All right, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. So, Peter Schiff says the government would seize other assets in addition to gold. And I'll explain why I agree with him shortly. But first, just have to say, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, please hit the like button. It helps to get this economic evangelism out there to the masses. And if you are just wanting to see or just wanting to get a quick video synopsis without having to watch the full thing, check it out in the description below. So, in a recent podcast with Peter Schiff, he responded to a question that was posed to him about gold seizures. Now, I've discussed this specific topic on my channel. Check that out if you want, just a few episodes back. But he made a good point in saying that Roosevelt took gold in order to devalue the dollar in order to fund programs that he was creating in order to get out of the depression. The only other reason why the government would take gold is for hyperinflation and if the country became broke. And he mentions that if this situation were to happen, if the country were to become broke, it would actually be easier to seize assets that people actually have and aren't hard to get. And, I agree with this because if you think about it, who really has gold right now? I read a report recently that about 2% of Americans have gold and silver, just 2%. And at this point, it would be easier to seize your brokerage account or your bank account as opposed to just going after that 2% of Americans who have gold and silver in their homes or where have you in a vault or something. Some Americans who have gold and silver probably won't even give it up. So it would probably be easier and more expedient for, essentially governments to freeze assets in brokerage accounts, in bank accounts, pretty much for like almost a bail-in situation. In a 2020 world, seizing gold wouldn't really make a lot of sense. So for those of you who are still concerned about gold being seized, we've talked about the whole idea of, possibly getting into jewelry. But even if you aren't interested in doing that, I still think that you won't have to worry too much because your gold probably won't be taken. If you need to be worried about something else, look at the other assets that a lot of people have and that you might be exposed to. Almost everybody has a bank account. Almost everybody has a brokerage account. Take a look at those things as far as what could possibly be seized. And obviously, we know that through Dodd-Frank, there are situations where you could have a bail-in situation. Now, yes, that's more so a private, more so in a private situation as opposed to a public government bail-in. But still, that's something that people should be more concerned about probably than an actual gold seizure from the government. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think, or do you guys agree with Peter Schiff here in saying that, hey, they could just take your brokerage accounts or bank accounts? Or are you still concerned about gold seizures? All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Please give the video a like. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion.